Hello everyone, welcome back once again, and you are learning English grammar with me. So today I have come back with a new topic, that is subject verb agreement. And in this video I'll be clearing all your doubts through the help of rules, because I'm going to explain each and every rule in this video. And in this video, this is my first video in this topic, subject verb agreement, and I'll be talking about 5 rules here, and in the next video I shall be covering another 5 rules. Before I start going to the topic, I need to tell you that some students think, why do I need to learn this subject verb agreement? How is this going to help me out? Don't worry students, don't worry my friends, just wait and watch the whole video. I shall be answering all the answers, all the queries of yours at the end of the video. So let's start. Can you see the picture? You can see there is a dog, and in the second image you can see that there are 2 girls playing a ball. So what do you understand by this? Yes, subject and verb agrees with each other. Yes, definitely. Subject always deals with the verb. If there is a singular subject, there will be a singular verb. If there is a plural subject, there will be, of course, plural verb. But then it is not true in some of the cases. And this can be learned only through the rules. Yes, of course, you need to know all the rules. I won't ask you to by heart it. I won't ask you to mug up all the rules, but then you need to have a proper understanding of the rules. Then you can easily put the verbs with the correct subject. Before I start, I would like to talk about subject a little. Now, what is a subject? Subject tells us what the sentence is about. It can be either a noun, it can be either singular or plural, and verb always represents action. Now, few things which needs to remember how you should make the subject and verb agree to each other. First point, identify the subject of the sentence. Second point, decide if the subject is singular or plural. And lastly, you need to decide which verb form will match with the subject. For example, the quality of the apples were not good. In this, subject is the quality of the apples and the verb is were. Since the subject, the quality of the apples, is singular, the singular verb was should have been used instead of were. So the correct answer is the quality of the apples was not good. It will be more clear when we learn all the rules, when we understand the rules properly. So let's start. When 2 subjects are joined by and, remember children, I'm talking about 2 subjects. When these 2 subjects are joined by and, the verb that it takes is plural. So here is an example. My friend and his mother are in town. So here we are talking about 2 subjects. One subject is my friend and the second subject is his mother. And it is being joined by and. But then we are talking about 2 persons. So it will take are as a plural verb. When we talk about two people, we always use plural verb. I hope you are clear with the first rule. Let's proceed to the second rule then. So the second rule says, when two singular nouns joined by and, it refers to the same person or thing and the verb is singular. Let us understand this with the help of example. The captain and coach of the team has been sacked. We are talking about the captain and coach. See, whenever before the subject you find the, right? That means we are talking about that particular person. But before coach you do not see the is used. So the captain and coach refers to the same person. So we have taken has as a singular verb. I hope you people are clear with the second rule also. Let us proceed to the third rule. Here, indefinite pronouns like everyone, each one, someone, somebody, no one, nobody, etc. These pronouns are always singular. That means with these pronouns we always use singular verb. Remember, if you use plural verb, the sentence is incorrect. We always use singular verb. Next, rule 4. When the percentage or a part of something is mentioned with plural meaning, the plural verb is used. Here, 40 of every 100 children are malnourished. Here you can see we are talking about children, which is plural in number. With this, we always take plural verb. I hope you people are clear, children. Next, rule 5. When the subjects joined by either or, neither nor, which are of different persons, the verb will agree in person and number with the noun nearest to it. Remember, it will agree with the noun which is nearest to it. Here, neither you nor your dogs know how to behave. Neither you nor your dogs know. Know is again plural verb. Here it refers to dogs. So we are taking know as a plural verb. So dogs refers to plural subject. Know is a plural verb. I hope you people are clear with all the 5 rules. That's all for today, children. In the next video, I shall be discussing another 5 rules, and yes, these subject, verb and agreement rules are very important as you are going to use it in day-to-day English. Not only that, you will be more clear with the subject and the number of the subject with the help of this subject, verb and agreement. I hope I have given all answer to your questions. That's all for today. Thank you everyone.